Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Now, before I forget to mention this, got an email from somebody by the name of Steve. And Steve said, well, I'll let you read it there. But what he was saying is that he thought possibly we had missed something because he saw a photo that Joe had taken. If you remember, Joe sent us some photos. And I remember when I saw that photo from Joe's email too, I remember thinking, I don't remember that. I don't remember doing that because it showed what appears to be a box in this section right here. But I think Joe's photo, there's two things. The perspective is a little bit different, and the camera angle, and he's got that torpedo that I've got hanging from the overhead bulkhead. He's got it sitting down more or less on the deck so that you can slide the torpedo into the torpedo tube. And if I remember right, he had chains and so on. It was quite well done actually, and it made it look altogether different from mine. So I think it looks like I forgot something, but no, that box, I was looking at it here just a few minutes ago in this drawing, is actually this piece right here. Yeah, so we've got it, and if the camera is lower, you see the torpedoes underneath. Yeah, so we didn't miss anything, but at first I thought, yeah, I've missed something. Yeah, it's amazing how things change. Just a slight change in perspective, and you have something, instead of having it hanging from above, you've got it sitting down on the deck, and it makes it look like we did something wrong. Anyway. This morning sunrise, I didn't see it. I was busy doing other stuff. Actually, I was probably reading Steve's email. Anyhow, yeah. So we'll check that out later. But I got a feeling it's going to be exactly like yesterday's. The sky was clear, and the timing of the sun is only maybe a couple of minutes earlier than yesterday. So it's not going to be a whole lot different. It might be a little bit further to the left, but anyway, we'll worry about that at the end of today's episode, unless I forget. Okay, what do I want to talk about here this morning? Well, I think what I should be doing is, I did not go back down into the workshop yesterday afternoon and cut any more boards, so we still only have our 10 2x4s cut to length. I got about another 10 to go, but they're all short ones. Got all the long ones done. Two of the short ones are going to be a little bit, actually 4 of them are going to be a little bit complicated because two of them, I believe they're 44 inches long, and they have to be beveled. And then another two that are, I forget how long they are, they've got to be, have a bit of an angle put into them. And anyway, it's too hard to explain. I have a tendency to get into details, and then I get myself all bogged down and realize I can't describe it in words. I can see it up here, but anyway, let's see if we can't get some more parts painted today. That's about all we're going to basically do, I think. Yeah, let's get at her. Now, a moment ago, I was in the back and I was shaking up the number 37 here. And I was thinking about, putting a stainless steel ball bearing in this thing and, having it help to agitate. If you notice that on the bottom here, we've got this little oval-shaped patch here where the paint or the pigment that was settled on the bottom has been absorbed or mixed into the paint, but or carrier or whatever you want to call it. And anyway, okay, this is what I'm thinking about. When I was shaking it, and it goes at pretty much at a rotation like this. I actually did a slow motion of it to show how it goes, but this is how it goes, okay, in the paint shaker. Now that means that if there was a bearing in there, or in my case, I would not use anything steel or heavy in here, like I think UK Jason suggested you could use a stainless steel small nut. Well, that'd work too. But I think I like the idea of plastic beads in a jar like this, a glass jar, because this thing shakes so violently in my paint shaker. I'd be afraid that it could eventually crack the the bottom of the glass here. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. The jar is going like this, right? The bearing on the inside, or plastic bead, is always going to be rotating in basically the same angle. And in order to get it to hit different places on the bottom of the jar here to mix it, as this is rotating, as this is going like this, if it was to rotate like this at the same time, then the bead would do a much better job. My goodness, I'm having a terrible time saying something so simple. And yeah, I think you see what I mean. But the thing is to make up a mechanism that would be very, very lightweight, that could actually do this sort of thing. Yeah, okay. Well, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? Okay, so what I want to do here now is I want to use the brown. I'm gonna mix this with something else and try and get the rest of that pigment off the bottom. The lighter is the pigment that's stuck on the bottom, because the whole thing looked like that originally. So yeah, where it's darker, obviously that's where it's been removed. Oh my goodness, Ron, you just can't. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, so I'm thinking that as long as this piece here is fastened in the tweezer, we may as well paint the handle brown. Okay, as long as I'm thinking about it. Our friend Doug, who had sent pictures in Messenger and I lost them, remember I was talking about that yesterday, he did resend them to the model ship at hotmail.com, and I got them. I will show those, and I was noticing I've already made that particular segment last night. I just have to remember to dub it in. And then this morning I noticed we got more pictures from James and also from Brian. And I don't know if I'm going to get those in today's episode or not. We'll see how it goes here today. For some reason I'm having difficulty getting my thoughts together here. Yeah, it sure took me a long time to talk about this, didn't it? Okay, let's put our macro lens on here and move in and paint our little handle. Okay, I want to try and only do the handle part. I don't want to get it on that, I guess what you might call the hub or the shaft. I don't know if this knob would have been, wood or Bakelite. I remember when I was a kid, Bakelite was quite common. Oh, I think I went too close there, didn't I? Just want to get it underneath where it won't be viewed from the underneath side. Yeah, when I was a kid, Bakelite was the thing. No, I don't think I touched where I'm not supposed to. I'm gonna just leave it there. That's the best I can do. Okay, I am so happy that Doug saw the episode where I asked if he could resend those to the email address, which he has done, and here they are. Yeah, I'll just zoom in a little bit here. Uh, that's a good profile shot. No, what's this down here? You know, I used to be you might say, a pretty big Trekkie. Well, a medium-sized Trekkie, about 25 years ago. That would be back when Next Generation was running, and then there was Deep Space Nine. I really liked those two. I couldn't really get too off on the Voyager series with Captain Janeway, and then the one that replaced it, it was terrible. Yeah, yeah. So I can sort of kind of get into something like that a little bit, but the submarine is my first love, obviously. Okay, let's move on here. Ah, the galley. Yeah, I wonder what he's making. Looks like he's peeled a bunch of potatoes here, or got a bunch of potatoes that need peeling. I can well imagine you'd have to be careful what you cooked in an enclosed area like that. Anyway, let's keep going here. The engine room. Yeah, you did a good job. Look at the weathering on the side of the engine there. It almost has a little bit of a greasy look to it. And I can well imagine it would be, too. Okay, let's keep going here. The rear torpedo room. Yeah, and nice job with getting rust in places, and that looks very realistic. I'm afraid that my model is not going to have this kind of weathering. At least I don't think it will. I'm kind of scared to try it. All right, let's move on here. All right, now here Doug's got the opening on the side of the conning tower. Now I could be wrong. I should check the part and see. Maybe it is open like that. But I was under the impression that Trumpeter had the opening on the wrong side. No, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, let's keep going here. The bow. This looks familiar. At least Doug's got his pipe more or less in the right place. Mine is kind of, it's not joined on the end of the tank, if you remember. But at arm's length, and you close one eye, you're not going to notice it. Okay. All right. No torpedo going down. Doug has chosen to have the hatch closed. I don't know what I'm going to do there. Am I going to put the torpedo in or not? And here's a lot of nice detail. The guys in the radio room. I'm still thinking about maybe trying to light up the inside of one of my radios, or maybe more. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, that is it. Okay, so this is number 1. We'll go backwards. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, and that's it. That's the beginning. Well, thank you so much. Thank you very much. I'm really glad that you saw today's episode. That is episode 1902, where I asked if you could resend those, because I was feeling really bad that you sent them originally well over a month ago now, I guess, and I never responded or nothing. I don't know what you must have thought, but sure hope you didn't take it personal. Well, obviously you're not too mad at us, because you did send them again. Okay, enough flapping my lips here. Let's move on. Okay, a few minutes has passed here now, and I was going to take the little part out of the tweezers and just dump it in our tuna fish tin. And I was thinking, why can't we just mount it, on the side of the bulkhead here now, and if I'm careful, we're not going to break it off. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, we're just going to do a bit of a dry run here. You can see I did not paint the underside of that handle. Okay, now that's obviously the wrong way around. I don't want to grab it by the handle, even though that is the easiest thing to grab onto at this moment. Okay, I believe it. I believe that peg now, if you want to call it that, is in the slot. Can't get it quite right, but I think once we get some glue on there, maybe I could grab it with my fingers. Not really. The angle is wrong here for me. That's the problem. Okay, let's just take that off and put it over here. Now we'll get some extra thin going on. Now we don't need very much. That should be lots. All it has to do is just hold it in place here. And yeah. Okay, I'm looking straight down on it now. And I can see that the pipe, if you want to call it a pipe, is in line with this piece right here. Okay, let's just let that dry. Okay, we are back in the email again, and these photos that you're going to see now are from James. And yeah, I'm just going to display them in order of how he sent them. This first photo, it's got a tremendous amount of detail in it. Makes me wonder, is this possibly from the a detailing add-on kit, or am I going to be expected to run all these pipes and what have you? Okay, you can see here on this side right here, there is the cradle for another engine. And it looks like there's some pipes here that probably would fasten on to an engine here the same way as they are over here. Or on the other hand, maybe there is, I can't remember, is there two engines or one? I guess we'll find out, won't we? But look at all the nice detail he's gone to here. Yeah, even the springs and the for the valves, the valve springs. Yeah, that's okay. Let's move on. And we have another one here with some nice detail. I'll try and move in a little bit. This actually, when you're looking at it at a bit of a distance, that almost looks real, doesn't it? A lot of wonderful detail, James has gone to here. He's got the on the dials. Yeah, that's really good. I don't think I'll be doing that. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's move on here. And another one with more detail. What's this room over here? Well, this is the galley, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, look at the checkerboard floor. Yeah, I wonder if the real ship was like that. Okay. We won't be working on that one for a while. Another one here. Okay, here is a washroom. This looks like, yeah, this looks like the area that we're just working on. In fact, if I move right in, can we see? No, we can't quite see that valve that we installed. But yeah, that's what this is. Yeah, and these are the radio rooms. That's right. We're looking at it more horizontally. I'm noticing that we're going to have to paint the desks that go in here a different color. I think the tops of them are supposed to be green. Okay, and here's the entire thing after this modules are laid in. So we finished that module. We're working on this one right now. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's also the rear torpedo room. Okay, so that would be 6, wouldn't it? Yeah, that'd be 6 then. Okay, let's move on here. Where's our arrow? Oh, that's it. Okay. Well, thank you so much, James. Thank you so much. Now, before we start talking about the sink and the little problem that I think I'm going to have here, I just wanted to mention that Brian sent in a lot of photos. And rather than try and get them in today, I think we'll save them for tomorrow. So, yeah, we'll check out Brian's photos tomorrow. But here's my problem. The sink is supposed to have a little part right in the back here that I'm just trying to touch. Maybe if I turn it upside down, I can get it a little better here. Okay. Now, I don't think I accidentally nipped this off by mistake, but there's supposed to be a little positioning peg, you might say, right on the back of the sink here, and it is supposed to go right in this slot. Well, there's nothing there, and I thought, oh, I must have nipped it off. But looking closely, I'm not seeing where I nipped anything like that off. I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Unless that's where let me just check the monitor. Well, I'm almost seeing something there. Well, I guess, it's just going to be a little bit harder now to get this in exactly the right place all by itself. It might, it'll stand there. Yeah, it'll stand there. I think we'll probably be able to manage it. It won't be as good as if it had a positioning peg. Now, on the bottom there, that hole that you see coming out, we have to put a little pipe. I think I'm going to go ahead and try and paint that pipe. The pipe would undoubtedly not be the same white color that the sink is going to be. I'd like to get a little bit closer bite if I could. Okay, I think no, I don't. It's going to ping off on me. I'm going to lose it as soon as I start brushing. Is that going to stay in there? Wonder if maybe I'm, being as that this upper part for sure is most likely not going to be seen, and yet on the other hand it might. I wonder, here's a thought, where's the sink itself here? I wonder if it would be possible to get a different pair of tweezers here. Okay, if I was to mount the pipe in the hole and then paint it afterwards. Yeah, well, maybe paint the sink first and then glue the pipe in. Yeah, that might work. Now, I don't think that pipe goes at a right angle out from the sink. I think it sort of angles back and goes back to what you might call the wall or the bulkhead. At least that's sort of what I'm getting from the picture, but I'm not sure. Okay, it is 2 minutes after 2, but I think we're going to have just enough time here to maybe paint this. And this is the plan. Let's check the monitor here. If I can hold this right above that little pin that I've got stuck in the table there, this should work. And I'm just going to use my my ring light here. I just want to check it out and see. Usually I'll put this other one on as well, but give myself lots of elbow room here. Oh, wrong glasses. Okay. I think I'll do the bottom first. No, this is might take 2 coats, I'm not sure. I guess I didn't need to do the back because the back is going to be up against the bulkhead, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's going to probably take 2 coats here. I'm trying to be mindful as to what the camera is seeing right now, even though I'm not actually looking in the monitor. Oh my, it's turning on there. I hope it's not going to fall off on me. Okay, now we'll try and do the inside. That's going to be a little bit more difficult to do on camera. I'm going to have to turn this away from you a little bit. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I can see that this is going to take 2 coats. Maybe I'll just get a little bit more on my brush. We'll put the tap in afterwards. I think that the second coat I will probably do off camera so that I can hold it better. Okay, so how are we doing there? I don't want to fill in that hole where the faucet is supposed to go. Okay. I think we're probably about as good as we can get for the first coat. Okay. It is now about 6 minutes after 2. I'm going to call her quits for today. Thanks for watching, everybody, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.